and not other people's expectation. Having breast cancer wasn't my choice, but the decision to live healthy so that I could stand before you here today, that's choice. You can choose this very moment to change your life from every perspective.
Tracy Randolph was our speaker. She came back because so many people liked her first presentation. I was one of those people that joined her fitness group, and it made me a better leader.
I grew up in a community, but they had limiting beliefs on what a little Black girl could do. Everything that you do in this life is a choice. I choose to live healthy. I choose to change my mindset. I choose to be everything that I dreamed of because I choose faith and I choose me. Live healthy, be everything that you can be today. Choose yourself.
Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Hello, everyone. It is Welcome Wednesday. Welcome back to the Whole Living Show. And if you didn't notice before, we are on at a new time, 7 p.m. instead of 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we are glad that you are all here with us in the evening. So I hope that you are all home from work or your business and you're winding down and you said, I need to watch the Whole Living Show tonight. And I'm glad you stopped by because Amy Joy is back with us tonight, everybody. So I'm super excited to just get into some other things. There's been things that have happened in her life and things that she is birthing now after she appeared here on the show before. So this is how movers and shakers do. This is what people with purpose and intention, this is what they do. They keep moving forward, and she has some new things to share with us. So I can't wait. But I want to play for you again while I'm up here her Get Your Shit Together commercial. You saw it before the E360 TV commercial, but I want to play it again because I want everybody to make sure that they go out and they get the book, Get Your Shit Together. So take a look at this because the heart of this beautiful woman, she's absolutely amazing. I absolutely love her. We are a part of a community together, but I just feel her heart. And listen, everybody, I'm just going to be truthful and transparent. I reached out to her about the new time, and she was so game, so loving. But you know what? She's a little bit under the weather and she still came here to be with us tonight. So I want to make sure that you show her some love because she's here no matter what. That's what the amazing people do with purpose. So I'm going to show her commercial again because I just want to make sure you get it. Yay! Yes, yes, yes. And I have to say, because I didn't mention this last time you were here and we played that, but I love the roll of toilet paper, like where the toilet paper is at the end. So you'll have to tell us about why you decided to put that in there. And I know you know the title. However, I just love that. I love the fact that it's like at the end of the roll. So we're gonna talk about that as well. But I wanted to put this up here for everybody to go out and get the book. Get Your Shit Together.life. Go get the book. You will not be disappointed. Everybody, go get the book. All right. So, without further ado, I want to introduce her. And if you didn't hear her on the show last time, when I read her bio for the first time, I was like, there's so much in this bio. And it's not even that long, but there's a lot packed in there. So much in there. So, I want to read it to you again just to show you how amazing she is. So, Amy Joy is a #1 international best-selling author, a breakthrough strategist at Amy Joy Coaching, and is founder and CEO of Upaya Healing Center. We're going to get into that as well. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. Amy is also currently a proud coach for Wingman Coaching, a sacred Cambo facilitator. And we talked about this a little bit because I had to look that up the last time. So we may mention that again. She's a Reiki master and is certified in sound, instant miracle, and crystal healing. So she is a healer and a very spiritual person. Amy worked 4 years as a missionary in the jungles of Papua New Guinea, and I hope I said that right, is a single mother of 2 sons by birth plus another son by unofficial adoption. She escaped an abusive marriage, started over in a foreign country, and is now thriving and living her best life, as you will see coming up. I don't want to give it away yet, but she's got some new things on the horizon. She is also a child of the planet, having visited 62 countries. So I want to hear more about that as well. She gave me an amazing idea to do with my son once he graduates. We're going to take her up on that. We're definitely going to do that. And Amy loves people and is passionate about helping inspire them to live extraordinary lives. And she definitely has an extraordinary life and story. So everybody out there, I want you to give a virtual applause and send her some healing and positive vibes because she's here a little bit under the weather here. So we want to send her some healing as well. But welcome. Yay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And she's just beautiful. She's just radiant. I love you.
Thank you. I love you.
Everybody out there, listen, she's got some new things coming up. So I think I want to just go right into some of the new things that are coming up because you did mention in your bio about the Healing Center. And I know the last time we talked, there was some things going on around you and you were actually in the middle of some construction there. So talk about that. Tell us about the Healing Center.
All right. Yeah, it's called Upaya Healing Center. It's here in Los Cabos, Mexico, where I live. And it is designed to help people heal. There's a lot of modalities that we can use and enjoy and see what works. And it's not usually one thing, right? So I have a beautiful lineup of facilitators, and they have different modalities. And so people can come and go and choose what they want. And when I do retreats, we'll have access to all those facilitators, and so that we can learn and grow and heal together. So.
I love it. So give us an example of some of the modalities that will be shared at the center.
For sure. So we have bars, access bars, which was fairly new to me, and it's amazing. My dear friend Claudia Velo, she does that. And we have angel reading, Akashic Records reading. We have ion cleansing, which is a way that you put your foot in a bath and it takes the toxins out of your feet.
Mm-hmm.
We have different massages, of course, the regular ones, and then we have some Mayan ritual, like tribal different massages. We have so many things. We do plant medicines as well.
Ooh.
And because they can really help. And I'm sure I'm forgetting some, but there's a bunch.
So tell us, because I don't know, tell us what the bars are. What is that?
Oof, that'd be hard to explain, honestly. But she's able to tap into source, and she places her hands under your head, really. And I felt all kinds of things. It was it's really hard to explain. Words don't really work. But afterwards, I felt like so good and so like pure and I guess aligned is the word I want. Felt really aligned.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you say aligned, is that physically and spiritually?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We're multi-dimensional beings, right?
Yeah. So the way the healing center is set up, it sounds like you can just come and get services done like on any given day, and then you'll have retreats there as well.
Yes.
Yay! Ooh, I love that. So will you be doing Cambo there?
Yeah, we do. We do it here. Yep. Yeah, and that's with the frog, from the Amazon, and they take the slime off of the frog, and that has a medicinal purpose. And then we make a little hole in the skin with a little bit of incense, burning incense, like a mosquito bite, doesn't hurt. And excuse me.
Sure. See, I told you, everybody, she blessed us here, even though she wasn't feeling well. So
thank you.
Send her some love.
And so then as soon as the medicine hits that skin, it goes right through the body, and it scans the body, and it activates neuropeptides and DNA, and it cleans all the toxins and sends them to your stomach. Wow. And then you purge that out, and you feel like $1 million after.
Wow. So it sounds like Cambo's a type of detox, really, right? Like yeah. Ooh.
It does multiple things, but yes, that could be maybe its main function. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Ah, yeah. Okay. So when do you expect the center to be open?
Yeah. Lots of love and life. January is going to be the beginning. And I have a Get Your Shit Together retreat coming in April. Yay. You can find it on the website, amyjoycoaching.com. And I have a women's one that I'm collaborating on in March. So yeah, lots of things happening.
Yes, I love it. So what can we expect for, we'll go with both. What can we expect for the Get Your Shit Together retreat? Let's start with that one.
For sure. So it's in keeping with the book, and we are going to get our shit together. And we're gonna discover first our limiting beliefs, annihilate the ones that don't serve, and we're gonna reprogram the ones that we want. And then we're gonna design our life the way that we'd like to see it, and get really clear on what we want and why we want it. And we're also gonna do some healing and some ceremonial things like cacao ceremonies, sound healing ceremonies. Now, just so you know, ceremonies, this word gets thrown around and sometimes it can be confusing.
Yeah.
Nobody's being sacrificed. It's it just means it's a group of people getting together with an intention, and nothing happens in and around me unless. So that's what we're doing, and we're gonna heal. We're gonna spend time at the beach. I'm 5 minutes from the beach. We can see the ocean from here. We're gonna do some really cool outings, and so we're gonna have a lot of fun, and we're gonna learn, and we're gonna grow, and we're gonna get our shit together. And by the end of the week, you will come out a different person.
Ooh, I love it. Is it 7 days or 5 days that you're doing?
So sorry.
No, no
It
worries.
is 5 nights, 6
Okay.
days. Yeah.
Wow. And excuse me, at the retreat, so you'll have like it's already set up for people to actually stay there right on the property, right?
Yeah. So we have 5. We'll have 5 eventually. Phase 1 has 4 tents. They're
Mhm.
beautiful, big 15-foot tents. They're
Mhm.
gorgeous. And then I have 4 hotel rooms that I can use as well,
Okay.
that I have here on my property. And so it's a perfect space for 12 to 14 people.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yay. Yay. So you have to cap it, your retreat at 12 to 14?
Yeah, I mean, yes, pretty
A
much
little
at
bit
this
more.
point until
Yeah.
I have the 5th tent and things because I don't want to cram too many people in.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the perfect number. We might add a couple if we need to.
Okay.
There is another Airbnb and different options nearby. So if we want to make it a little bigger, we can. But
Okay. Okay. Ooh,
I
that
also
sounds
like it
really good.
intimate. You get to know people. You can actually make an impact.
Yeah. 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 Ooh, 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 ooh. So so I imagine too that you're gonna allow other people to run retreats at the center as well. So tell us a little
Yes.
bit about that.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Yes, I felt the call to build this so that heart-centered people could use it and bring it. Not everyone has the resources or the time or whatever to put something together.
Yeah.
And so this is a magical place. The energy here is really high. It vibes here around 670, which is on the chart that Dr. David Hawkins talks about in Power versus Force. It goes from 0 to 1,000. So 670 is a lot. Most locations do not see those numbers.
Mhm.
And so I feel like we're all here to raise our frequency. And so if you can be in a location that has a high frequency and you can do high frequency things and
Mhm.
high frequency food, and all of a sudden you're not the same person as you come out, right?
Yeah.
So yes, if anyone has heart-centered things with the purpose of helping and lifting the frequency of the planet, then
Mhm.
please reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you and see how I can serve you and help you and provide a space.
Yeah. And so, of course, I have to go back, right? Talk about that measurement, that 670. Like,
Oh
how is that
boy,
determined? Yeah.
Tracy. Oh boy. Well, there's lots of ways. The way that I use is through muscle testing,
Mm,
which is a form of, I believe it's kinesiology.
mhm,
Please don't quote me.
mhm.
I'm questioning myself now. But it's muscle testing, and you can do that. I've studied it a lot. It's not something you just do, flippantly. But there's ways to measure it like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But
I wanted to clarify that for everybody.
yeah,
But
no, thank you.
anytime you think about something that goes from 1 to 1,000, right? And you get to that 500 halfway mark, whenever you can exceed, right? Because the halfway mark is probably what you would consider, air quote, normal, right?
500 is specifically love.
Mm,
500 is the frequency of love.
wow.
540 is the frequency of unconditional love.
Wow.
So yeah, when you get above 500, you're in Love Town, you're in
Yeah.
Loveville,
Yeah.
and it's important,
Yeah.
and it makes a difference. It makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I have to ask, just
yeah.
because of the frequency of where you live, give us one thing that you've experienced where you were just like kind of wowed by, the environment.
Here in Cabo, here in
Yeah.
Mexico.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Um, Well, a couple things come to mind. Almost everyone comes back to Cabo. If you come once, you're coming back. Like, it's just, I'm not a betting person, but if I was, I would bet on it because it's the frequency. And people think, this is my theory, they think it's because they're on vacation.
Yeah.
It's not, because there's lots of places you can go on vacation and you don't necessarily go back to it.
Yeah.
Right? But it's because the frequency is so high here. And 85% of the world vibrates are under 200. So the Cabo itself is like 450, something like that, which is huge for a location. So there are other beautiful high frequency locations on the planet, of course.
Yeah.
And those are also favorites,
Yeah.
like Sedona, you know, and Lake Atitlan in Guatemala, and Tepoztlan in middle of Mexico, and you know, the pyramids in Egypt, and you know, there's lots of places that are high frequency. But in general, what most of us get to experience is not that. And so your whole system just goes when you get here. So, and I've watched that. I mean, people have come, and like my story, I was here 5 days, went home, sold everything, and moved down in 5 weeks. Like, I just knew.
Yeah.
And this is not an exceptional story for Cabo. So many people just stay, never go home. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's, I think, because of the frequency. We're sitting on quartz. We're sitting on a big patch of quartz.
Yeah, so that's a big part of it. Yeah.
And the ocean. Jacques Cousteau says this is the aquarium of the world.
Wow.
So yeah, if you want to snorkel or dive, this is the place.
Wow.
I had a magical moment here the other day. I love dragonflies. And we mentioned I was in India, right? Last time.
Yes.
I spent a month there. And at the end of our all-night meditation, there were thousands of dragonflies, and dragonflies represent transformation, right? And so the other day I was on my retreat center here, and I looked up, and there were thousands of dragonflies.
Wow.
And of course, the space is for transformation, specifically for transformation. So I was like, thank you.
That was confirmation. Yeah. Wow, how beautiful. Wow. So I I have to ask, because I'm originally from the New York, New Jersey area, and I'm just wondering what the frequency is there, because I'm now in Charlotte, North Carolina, which I know the frequency is higher here than there for sure, right? You can feel it. It's very different.
Guess so, yeah.
Yeah. And I was very much drawn to this place. But I just wonder, like, even in the US, the differences between cities and states.
Big differences. Even Egypt in general, not picking on Egypt. If you're from Egypt, I'm so sorry. But it's very low, the frequency in Egypt. But by the pyramids is very high.
Yeah.
So it depends on, like, specific places. So yeah, it's interesting. It's fascinating.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I love it.
Read the book Power versus Force from Dr. Hawkins.
I got to write this down.
Please do. Everyone read it. It's amazing.
Power versus Force.
Power versus Force. It's a black and white book.
Okay.
And he goes into the science of all that and explains it and all the studies that went into it. And
Okay.
Yep.
That's a book for my list there. Yes. So let's talk about, now let's shift into some of the other things that are happening. Something that came out of the book. Now the book is now transforming into, I'm going to let you say it.
Oh my goodness. I am so honored and proud, and like, I have a TV show on E360 TV starting December 1st called Get Your Shit Together, live with Amy Joy.
Yay! So look at this, everybody. We have to show this. We're not just going to say it. We got to show it. We got to give people a visual. Check this out. Yes! And you just look like you are ready to take on the world here with Get Your Shit Together. So I absolutely love these pictures. I'm going to show the other one too.
Yeah, that one's the one you're going to see on the thumbnail when you go to E360 TV. Yes,
I
yes,
love it.
yes.
I love it. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And
I'm really
tell me,
excited.
is there anything significant about the coloring that you chose?
You know what? I have a girlfriend that the two of us together, it's just like we're in sync.
Hmm.
And I told her what I wanted, and I gave her kind of an idea of the background, and she just like she did it.
Wow.
And I was like, that's it. That's what I want.
Right.
And I even found a background. You see my mandala. I have
Yeah.
a background I can't show you yet.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I can, but it might be hard because I'd have to hang it up. But I have a beautiful background that kind of matches that I
Ooh.
bought before I even knew that what the
Yeah.
thumbnail was going to be. It's all
Yeah.
perfect.
Ooh, that's called alignment though. That's what that
Exactly.
is. Yeah. Yes. So tell us what we can expect, because I know you've been planning some of the things that we can expect on the show.
Absolutely. So you can expect fun,
Hmm.
and you can expect beautiful souls that already love their life, that
Hmm.
are going to be on there to give their tips on how to get your shit together. And
Mm.
it will be in every function of life because it's never one thing.
Yeah.
And we have to take care of our bodies, and we have to take care of our minds, and we have to take care of our energy and our frequency and our spirit. And so there will be guests and specialists in their fields for different things. And together we will get our shit together.
Yay! That's what I was thinking about too when I started this show. That's why it's called Whole Living, because it's
Yeah.
about anything that affects your whole life. So I love that you're doing that, like just tapping into everything to help people get their shit together. So I love that. And you sound like our coach when you says it's never about one thing, right? That's one of the things that he always says.
It's true. It's true. He's
Yes.
right.
He is, absolutely,
He's the
absolutely.
best too.
So we do have to announce everybody that yes, we are on E360 TV, but we are also part of the Trajectory TV network on E360 TV. So building community here with this beautiful woman on Trajectory TV and our coach, Dr. Lauren Michaels Harris. So I think that was worth mentioning. And we will have videos of Trajectory coming up very soon. So stay tuned. Look for us when you go to the E360 TV app, or if you find us on all of the different venues, Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, Android TV, Apple TV, you make sure that you look for us under Trajectory TV. So I just wanted to mention that as well. Yeah, so tell me
You're
a little bit
officially
about
my sister now.
it.
You're my
Absolutely.
TV sister.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell us time. What time are you coming
It's
on?
going to be Thursdays, every Thursday at 4 Pacific,
Mm-hmm.
which will be 7 Eastern, right? Yes.
Yes, 7
4 to
Eastern.
5, 6, 7, 7 Eastern.
Yeah,
Yes.
7 Eastern. Yeah. So everybody make sure 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Pacific time. I couldn't get that out. For Pacific time
4 Pacific.
that you are watching Get Your Shit Together. So I want to go back because we're saying Get Your Shit Together and talk about the book cover too. I have that here as well. But I love the empty, like almost gone roll of toilet paper that sits there on the book cover. So tell us a little bit about that. Like, what were you thinking when you did
Uh,
that?
you know what? I just think that life can be messy,
Mhm.
and it's okay. And we need to stop being shocked
Yeah,
that it's messy.
yeah,
And so I thought the toilet paper was just like funny and shocking,
mhm,
and hopefully like if people will stop for a second to go,
yeah,
what is that?
yeah,
And then hopefully choose to read it,
yeah.
So yeah, it was mostly just to be fun and to not take it so serious.
I love it. And it is an attention grabber, by the way. I do a show on Tuesday evenings called Fem Talk. And after the show, we're always in the green room talking. And they were asking, who are you having on the show tomorrow? And I told them, and I showed them your book cover from here. And they're like, oh my God, look at that. I love that. So saw that, they caught that right away. It was like, oh, I love that. So just so you know, other people are paying attention also.
Yay. Thank
Yay.
you.
Yes. So everybody out there, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back to get into more of what is happening with Amy Joy. So everybody, I want you to make sure that you stay tuned here. Do not go away, because there's so much more to go through. We are not done yet. Here we go. And we are back, everybody. So I'm not going to delay this any further. I want to bring Amy Joy back in. And just wanted to mention also the Weekly Dose of Dano. Weekly Dose of Dano is also going to be on Trajectory TV with us. So that's our TV little brother. And I'm always rocking out to his music. I love his music on his show opener. So make sure that you check out Dano. Also, everybody, he's also on Thursday evenings, if I'm not mistaken, and I think he's at 8 p.m. So you guys are back to back. So just watch Get Your Shit Together, and then watch Weekly Dose of Dano. That's all.
Yes.
Yes.
He's great.
Yes. He is amazing. So I wanted to talk also to you about your travels. I want to share the great idea that you gave me that we are working on now, and I shared it with my son, and he's excited about it.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh my God, you just made my day.
Yeah, he's so excited. So I can't wait. I cannot wait. And my best friend, she is now getting into travel agency. So, and she has traveled to some beautiful places. She just recently came back from Africa, from Kenya, but she's like she's super excited too. She's like, I can do this for you. I bet. But at any rate, I can't wait. So Amy was sharing with me that when her boys graduated, she took them on a trip around the world. So I am so excited to do this with my son. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to explore. We're going to see new places. It was the best idea that anybody's ever given me. Seriously, for me and my son to do and enjoy and share together. So we will be doing that come, what is this now? This is 2022. So he'll graduate in 2027, I guess. 2026.
Wow.
We'll be doing that in 26. So, yeah.
I can't wait to tell my boys that.
Yeah.
We were able to inspire you.
And I'm wrong. It'll be 2025 actually. So it's sooner than I thought. Yeah. So I can't wait. So we are focused on putting money aside for that. And I'm actually teaching him like how to invest. We're doing some investing together. So we'll be putting money aside for that trip around the world. So I can't wait for that. But talk to us about, because most people in a lifetime don't get to go to 62 countries, right? That's a lot of coverage. That's a lot of global coverage that you've done. So talk to us about some of the amazing places that you've been and why you chose them.
Absolutely. Travel's my favorite thing, obviously. I love this world. I love the people in it. Mm-hmm. And I think it's important to know the world. I think I would love, if I had power, enough power, I suppose, I would want to take every 11 or 12-year-old of the United States of America and Canada and take them somewhere, third world country, without their electronics for a week, and it would change the world.
Yeah.
It would, if we could get everyone to do it, it would change the world. If we could do America, it would change America.
Yeah.
Because you can't be racist. You can't be intolerable. You can't think you're better when you've sat with them and laughed with them and helped them and been where they've been.
Yeah.
And it's the best.
Yeah.
So the trip around the world was a dream of mine to do with my kids. And whenever I found out you could get on a plane and do a around the world ticket, so there's actually tickets that you can do that.
Oh, really?
Didn't end up doing that because we were very specific on where we went. And I'm going to do a shout out to AirTrex. AirTrex is the company that did our around the world trip, and they do complicated trips like that.
Okay.
So I literally just sat around the kitchen table. We had a kitchen table moment. And I said, okay, guys, this is what we're going to do. Where do you want to go? And we all get to pick 3 places. And then I figured out how to map it around the world.
Wow.
And so that's what we did.
Wow.
And it was the best. It was the best thing. We were shoulder to shoulder for 64 days in trains, planes, automobiles, tuk-tuks, and motorbikes and 4-wheelers and any other motored thing.
Yay.
And we know each other and we know the world.
I
And
love that.
it was the best thing I think I've ever done for my kids. So
I have to go back though and mention something because it just speaks to the person that you are. When I asked that question, you said, I love the world and I love the people in it. So I could cry off of that statement because it just really shows your heart. You know, most people just talk about traveling, right? Just because, right? To have the fun, but that answer, I'm like, that just shows, your heart and who you are as a person. So I had to mention that. I could not let that go by. I was trying to let you talk, but I was thinking about it the whole time. I'm like, oh my God, like it's just so beautiful. So yeah.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So everybody, you see like who she is as a person, right? And I always look at you, you make me cry. You bring me to tears because this is how people should be in this life, everybody. Right. So I'm taking off my glasses. I can't see that good right now. But, this is what it should be about. And I can remember, we go through our messes in life. But if you can come out on the other side and still love the world and people, that says a whole lot, about who you are, your character, your integrity. And that's what we should be doing because that's what allows us to give back and to continue to help people and continue to love, our own families and the world, right, as a whole, and to want to give and share. And so, everything that you're doing just speaks to that. But I just wanted to really mention that because that's what life is all about. I can remember going through the last thing that woke me up was going through breast cancer. And it just brought me to a totally different place to want to love on people and help people. And I was caught in that rat race at first, like I got to go to school and I got to work and everything is a rush. And I'm not noticing anything around me. I'm not appreciating everything that we are given here on this earth. So even when you talk about like your environment and, where you are and just being able to recognize the fullness that we have in this life and on this earth and what's really provided to us, it's just beautiful. So, I hope everybody out there that you can come to your own, kind of awakening. If you can't, this is why you need to be here on these type of shows. This is why you need to watch Get Your Shit Together so that you can get to that place where you can see the fullness of life. This is why you need to go to amyjoycoaching.com, get yourself to the healing center, because these are the things that are going to come up for you. I promise you will see life very differently if you don't already. So I just wanted to mention that because, I think that's what life is all about. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So what else? What else is on, your trajectory?
Well, I'm going to go back to India in October next year for sure. I'm going to go back and finish my course there. I just came back from Puerto Rico, did a retreat with the group from India called ECM. ECM is the World Center for Enlightenment. And enlightenment, based on their definition and mine, is the cessation or the liberation of all forms of suffering. And so, yeah, it's amazing. And so, yeah, I'm going to continue on that path of learning and growing and healing and raising my frequency, so that the higher your frequency, just so you know, the more people you can help raise their frequency who are at a lower frequency. And so that's why I say it's the most profound thing I ever did for myself and for the planet is that course that I did. It's called Tapas. And if anybody wants to go to Tapas in India, please reach out to me. I would love to hold your hand and help make that happen. Because it's one of the most profound things you can ever do, for sure. So I'll be doing that, and then who knows? I'll get up and go tomorrow and to somewhere. Like, I don't have to plan. And one of my favorite trips was with my mom. I called her and I said, "Hey, Mom, you want to go to Europe?" And he goes, "Yes." I'm like, whoa. There's some caveats. I said, you can only bring a carry-on and a purse, and you have to understand my mom will like take the kitchen sink. Right? and we're not planning a thing. We have a one-way ticket, and we have 2 weeks, and we don't know where we're going, and we can't plan more than a day in advance. And she goes, yes. And so that's what we did. And we did a one-way ticket to a castle in Scotland, which most places are close to that. They're all castles over there. And then we ended up in 8 other countries in 2 weeks. And literally the night before, I'm like, "Are we done here?" "Yeah, we're done." "Okay, where else do we want to go?" And we went to Ireland and Switzerland and France and Nice and Denmark and Spain. And all just planning a day in advance. It was amazing.
Oh, and the fact that she was open to that, just going and just being spontaneous. Yeah.
It was a hoot. It was so much fun. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, next time you come back, you'll have to share pictures.
Okay.
From your trips, from the trip around the world with your boys and then the trip with your mom.
I'd love that. I have a 4-minute video of our trip around the world. It shows everything. Yeah.
I love that. You've got a sizzle reel on your I love that. So you'll definitely have to share that. I would love to show that. Especially because for most people, I know my best friend always says this too, like when she shares on social media, when she's going somewhere, she's like, some people don't have the opportunity to go. So if I can share it with them and they can get a little piece of, some other place. She loves to share. So I would love to do that. Just like share and let people see like where you've been and
absolutely. And it's not just about doing around the world. It's just going anywhere with the people you love.
Yeah.
Just choosing, asking. The best thing, I'll give you this tip. Ask the kids where they want to go, and then they'll want to go.
Yeah.
Right? And make it about them, and you can do other trips with your girlfriends or whatever, your guy friends but for the trips with the kids, make it about them and then watch the magic.
Yeah.
And that's when you bond. These are the memories that we talk about that the kids remember.
Yeah.
They don't remember the day to day. They remember those types of memories, and it doesn't have to be far. It's just doing something together.
Yeah, the things that you can share that mean something to them. Yeah,
absolutely. And it's just putting a little bit away every week, putting a little bit away, and all of a sudden you've got enough to do something awesome.
Yeah.
So make an envelope, fill it weekly.
Yeah, and that's the plan that we're doing for our trip around the world for when he graduates. So I mean, in the next 2.5 years, we'll have enough saved up to just go crazy.
So awesome.
Yeah.
You seriously made my day. This is the best. I know what this means. I know exactly what this means for both of you. And I can't even tell you how proud I am that you decided to do it.
Yeah.
And that you're going to go, and then I get to see all the pictures.
Yes. And I'm going to hold you to. So when we had our last conversation, when you shared this with me, I told you that when my son's off to school, I'm coming on a trip with you somewhere. I don't
Yes,
know where. We can figure it
yes.
out. I don't care if we do what you and your mom did. But I'm coming with you somewhere.
Look, I'm
So,
in. You just tell
okay.
me when.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll have to go.
Oh my gosh, that'll be fun.
Yes. So I love this. So I want you to prep people for um December 1st, right? That's the air date. Prep
Yes.
people for that, just so people will know. And I want them to embed it in their minds, prep them a little bit without giving everything away, right? Because we don't want to do that. But
Mhm.
prep them a little bit for December 1st.
December 1st. Okay, so it's Thursdays, 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 Thursdays. It's Thursdays at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Thursdays when? Pacific time. Every Thursday. And December 1st is going to be a fun show. I don't know if you even know this, but Dr. Lauren Michaels Harris, our mutual coach and beloved friend, is going to interview me and the boys. He's going to help me with the
Ooh.
first show so that we can talk about our story and it can be organic like that. And so yeah, we've had quite the experience, the boys and I, and so we're gonna share our story, and he's gonna, I'm sure, get some interesting goodies out of the boys
Yeah.
who are not boys. I should stop saying that. They're
They're
my
still your
boys,
boys, yeah.
but they are grown men, and they're going to be able to share some of the things they're into and how they're impacting the world. And we're just going to have a lot of fun. And then after that, I have some really special guests already lined up, and it's gonna be exciting. Every week's gonna be a lot of fun, and we're gonna learn a lot. And there's gonna be easy takeaway tools every week to help you
Ooh.
get your shit together.
That's amazing. That's amazing as well. I can't wait to see the first show because I know both of you, so I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be absolutely good. So tell me, like, what are the personalities of your boys?
Ooh, all right. Well, my oldest is Braden. He's
Mhm,
23. He's
mhm,
tall. We're not sure where he comes from. Everyone in my family is short. I have a great uncle that's tall. That's about it.
mhm.
But he's like 6 foot,
Wow.
and he's a musician, and he's reliable,
Mhm,
and he's kind of, he likes things the way he likes them,
mhm,
and not so much in the flow,
mhm,
but likes what he likes. Doesn't like change so much,
mhm,
but he has grown like crazy in that area.
mm,
He's super loving and kind and gracious. And watching him in his last relationship he taught me so much. He taught
mm.
me so much,
Wow.
and he actually taught me how to consciously uncouple.
Mm,
And I've never seen anyone do it better than him and his ex. Yep.
wow.
And so proud of him. Tate is my
Mhm,
youngest,
mhm.
and they're both surfer dudes, so long hair musicians, surfer dudes. And Tate is very quiet, doesn't say a lot,
Mhm,
um, but he is also very kind and loving, and musically, both of them are unbelievable. They can touch
mhm.
any instrument and just play it.
Wow.
Just play it. You can they buy it at the junk store. They go junking at the
Mhm.
secondhand stores and buy a saxophone, and a week later they're playing it in front of people. Like
Wow.
they're amazingly talented
Yeah.
musically. So we have a lot of fun. And then my third son is my unofficially adopted one. His
Mhm,
name is Xander, and he lives in California,
mhm,
and uh, he's fun, loving, a little bit of a monkey, a little
mhm.
bit of a monkey, a little bit of rascal. He's an instigator, he's the one he's with the kid with the flag, and everyone's following. Come with
Mhm.
me, we're gonna have a good time. Um, and my all three of my boys are leaders in
Mm.
different ways,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
so I don't know if that was too much information.
No,
In
that's
that
beautiful. That's beautiful. That's spoken like a proud mom. That's what that is. So
thank you.
that's beautiful.
I am
Yeah.
very proud.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see them on television. Are they like really open to this?
Well, they're a little resistant, I got to tell you.
Okay.
But I think with Lauren there, it'll be perfect.
Okay.
And they're quiet to themselves. They're not, and I just was expressing to them why I do it. I'm not doing this to be in the limelight. I'm doing this because I want to help people.
Yeah.
And if I can help more people, and this is a way to do it, then I want to do that.
Yeah.
And my story and how scared I was to even come out. You were one of the first shows I ever did and had to talk about this stuff. I was shaking in my boots, And so, no, this is not like, oh, no. I mean, I am, because I'm so grateful,
Yeah.
and I'm doing it for the greater good of the world.
Mhm.
And I know that together with the guests like you that come on, that we get to make a difference.
Yeah.
And me just sharing about going around the world is going to make a difference. That's one little thing,
Yeah.
let alone an hour of content and sharing and heart-centered stuff, juicy stuff, like. So no, they're open. They're open because they love me and they want to do this for me.
Mhm.
And I'm, they're a little apprehensive, and I don't blame them.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
not like we've been on TV before.
Right. Right. They just have to think about it as having a conversation with you and Lauren, though, right? Like, I
Exactly.
never feel like, even though I know we're airing live right now, I never really feel like that, because I just feel like I'm conversing with,
Yeah.
some other beautiful soul, right? So I never really feel like I'm on television until I have to talk about I'm on television, right?
I feel you. I know
Yeah.
it does. It feels like we were in our living rooms talking on Facebook
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. So it's amazing from that standpoint. So I can't wait to see more. I want to share everything all over again. So
Aw, thank
everybody, you
you.
see this here Thursdays, 4 p.m. PST. I'm going to give you the banner again because I want you to see this banner. I absolutely love it. The colors, everything is absolutely beautiful. So Thursdays at 4 p.m. PST, you can find Amy Joy, Get Your Shit Together, live with Amy Joy on Trajectory TV on E360 TV network. And I always love to give the people where you can find us. You can go to Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, Android TV, Apple TV, and the E360 TV mobile app. So there are no excuses. You can tune in on Thursdays at 4 p.m. PST to make sure that you are watching Get Your Shit Together. And boom, listen, if you have not gotten your book, Get Your Shit Together, you want to make sure that you are doing that. You can go to getyourshittogether.life and do so. You will not be disappointed. And I think you should get the book and then watch the show and start to get all the amazing tips from the book and the show. Boom. Right? You can double
And then you can
whammy.
come on down and do a retreat.
That's right. That's right. Come on down and do a retreat. So I'm gonna have to get there. I'm gonna have to get some of the girlfriends together and come down and do
Well,
that.
you are the first group to know about my retreat. So if you're
Mm,
interested, get on the website and get
okay.
your spot. You can
Okay.
apply. It's no application.
Okay.
And because there's only 12 spots. So
Okay.
yeah.
And that's at amyjoycoaching.com. So for all my girls out there, let's talk about it. And that's happening. You have two, you said there's one retreat in March, which is the
March.
women's retreat, right?
Yep.
And then
Yep.
the retreat in April. So
Yes.
one or the other or both. How about that?
Absolutely. Why not?
That's right. So I love you, Amy Joy. You
I
are
love
just
you.
a beautiful spirit. And I'm so glad that you decided to come by, even not feeling well. I thank you so much for that, because I don't take that lightly, that you decided to get up and, just do the show with me. So I thank you for that. Everybody out there, make sure that you are tuning in to Amy Joy. And make sure that you come back next Wednesday night at 7 p.m. right here on E360 TV and Trajectory TV. We love you. We thank you. And we will see you next week.